We're here at George Richardson Park, where the Walk for Dog Guides event is being held, an event long supported by the Aurora and North Newmarket Lions clubs.
Involved with the Lions, first of all, because my daughter lost her sight very quickly when she was 38. She had a stroke and went blind. And one day a friend of ours came up to us, and I don't know if you know people who go blind. Rather suddenly, life changes, crashes, and they do not get out unless somebody takes them out. And walking around the street is not something you can just do. I tried it. They said, well, you want to know what it's like? Put a blindfold on your head, walk around the block, try and cross Davis Drive. Don't do it. It's terrifying. And so I understood very quickly my daughter needed me to take her everywhere. Debbie McAndrews, the person of yours haircutting, she actually came to our house one day and said, I'm taking Christina to a Lions Club meeting just because they're nice people and the food's good. We always get it catered and she'll meet nice people. So Christina did that, and for me it was a big relief because I was the sole caretaker. And Christina come home that night, and I think it was the first time I'd seen her since she had lost her sight about a year and a half before, actually smiling. And she said, these people were really nice, everybody come and talk to me. And then she said there was another blind lady there, and she had a guide dog, and they started talking about guide dogs. So we actually went to the Oakville School for Lions Foundation School for Guide Dogs, Dog Guide School, which is a treat. If you ever get a chance to go, because they have open houses, it is worth going to see. The amazing work they do, the 7 types of dog guides that they train. Anyways, Christina, long story short, wound up with a dog guide who's named Nutmeg. I've told people before she's smarter than a lot of people I know. But she is actually a super benefit to my daughter. My daughter goes all over. She goes on trains, she goes on the subway, she will go on buses by herself. She walks on a walking path every day. And I know that she's safe because that dog keeps her safe. And really, Nutmeg makes a lot of decisions for her, which I thank God for every day, because otherwise I'd be one busy dad. It's traumatic when somebody loses their sight. So all your support. The Lions give every penny of what we raise to the schools and for people. They do not have to pay for their dogs because of people like you, and because these dogs cost about $35,000 by the time they're done being trained, and vet bills and all the food and everything like that. So it's a lot of money, and it's not just local people, it's people all over. A lot of people do not realize it, but our trainers are professional trainers, and they go into schools with children that have guide dogs, and the school needs to know how to take care of those children with those guide dogs, or institutions. And a lot of people don't realize that it's a lot of work, but the Lions Foundation pays for that. That's the transportation for the person that's doing the training. It's for introduction courses to the schools. It's all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of work. I tell you, it makes a huge difference. Meg, would you like to talk about the program for a minute?
Sure. My dog chokes the tree. This is Cooper. And the first thing that people ask me when they meet me and Cooper is it going to be hard to give him up when he goes to school? And my answer is always yes. Of course it will be hard, but it's worth it. 4 years ago I started fostering with the Dog Guides Lions Foundation. As a broke college student who just wanted a dog. Since that, my reasons for fostering have changed drastically. I foster for the amazing community I have built. I foster for the public education opportunities I encounter every day. I foster for the unconditional love and friendship that the dogs provide. But most of all, I foster because I love it. The tears, the puppy puddles, and the sleepless nights are all made worth it when you see the foster puppy matched and out and about with their forever human. So that's what we do. We deal with all these issues and problems for all the love and support that we get from our community and our dogs. And then when you see the end product as a team, yes, it will be hard, but it'll be worth it.
Just as a side note, Meg is in charge of the calendar program we have for the Green Capes. That's the green capes that they wear, and you'll see the calendars that we have. We have 2 today that we're going to raffle off that for the rest of the year. 6 months left, but we're still going to raffle them off. But that program brings in a lot of funds. So all the funds that we collect go to the guide dogs directly, and we thank you all for coming. I'll hand you back, and I'll tell you, my daughter personally thanks all the support because her life would be completely different without Nutmeg. I can tell you that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Real quick, we're visually impaired, however. We have dogs for a wide range. We have diabetic dogs. That'll be a diabetic alert dog. We have dogs for autistic kids. And that takes a lot of training because you have to train the dog, and then you have to train the child with the dog, and the parents with the child with the dog. So there's but Tom, how many different categories do we have? 7 different categories. I was gonna get there. My guardian angel whispered in my ear there. Sorry. So there's a lot of different dogs, not just for that. But the other one we want to recognize who are partners with us in Newmarket as well is the Pet Value folks over here. Come out here.
I've had the pleasure to work with Christina for multiple years. It's been a heartwarming experience to work with you guys. I don't know, to be part of something so big and important is just amazing and phenomenal.
We really appreciate everything Pet Value does. If you don't have a corporate sponsor like Pet Value, the costs are unrelenting.
This message brought to you by TPE Productions.